So this latest installment has been a little long time coming because I've been procrastinating doing it, and kind of ironically, the subject is patience, and there's been like a lot of things going on that have been testing my patience, and especially working. So I just wanted to give some advice to people who are doing DoorDash. And so if you're not interested in doing DoorDash or hearing about it, you can turn this off now. But anybody else who's still interested, uh, there's a cat fight. I'm back home. Obviously, shh, be nice. I decided to do one in my house for a change because I thought I had too many going on in my car recently. So I got the whole setup, and I'm in my living room and with my cats, and Gretel's over here. Who's that? Ginger? Yeah? Anywho, we're not going to go into that again. I'm not going to do another one of those episodes. Anyway, so patience. This job requires a lot of patience, which I do not have. And I seem to have like two modes of functioning. I either am being impatient or procrastinating. So I've been procrastinating on doing this bit about patience. And the thing, I do not like waiting. I am very much like, I feel like meow. I gotta stay focused. Maybe I should have done this in my car again. Anyway, so I have a hard time focusing and being patient. And I don't like waiting for things to come to me. I like to make it happen. I want to just like I don't like waiting, and I don't like wasting time. And if I'm not being productive and nothing's happening, I feel like it's a waste of time. So I'm trying to change my thinking about that and realize that sometimes waiting is necessary, and sometimes being patient can pay off. And so when I'm doing DoorDash, and a lot of times I'm sitting there and I'm ready and willing to work, wanting to work, but nothing's coming along. And it's really frustrating because I'm just sitting there wasting my time. And I'm like, I need to work. I need work. I want work. I want to work. And I'm just sitting here accomplishing nothing, doing absolutely nothing. So, that was the beginning of DoorDash for me, especially starting off. I think this is true. Whenever you start off, you're gonna start off with like at the bottom of the list, so you're gonna be last priority. So when they've got orders coming and there's other people dashing in the same area at the same time, you're gonna be the last one. So when I first started this, I sat around for like hours without getting anything, and then finally you just have to take anything that comes your way, even if it's a really low order, like $4 or something. So when you first start off, you have to take everything because you want to get your acceptance rating up. And once you get your acceptance rating up to like 90% acceptance rating, you'll get better offers and you'll get more offers. You'll be more priority, higher priority. So at the very beginning, don't expect to get a lot. It's going to be a slow start, and you just have to stick with it and wait it out and be patient. And then also, one of the things is, when I first started, I was always in a hurry. I always wanted to get the food to people as fast as possible and get on to the next job as fast as possible and just be like zip, 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 zip. And you can't do that. First of all, you're going to make mistakes. you're going to drive stupidly. And a lot of times, if you're tired and you've got a lot of things going on, you're going to make dumb decisions. So, things to remember when you're out and working on, if you get an order, if you're active and on an order, you're getting paid. So even if the fare is like $4 and you're just like, I just want to get this over with as fast as I can so I can get on to a better fare, then you're getting paid. So if you end up on that job, like I've ended up on some that took like an hour or something ridiculous because the directions were wrong, or there was, the road was washed out or something comes up and it takes a lot longer than it should and then it was estimated for. So you still get paid for all that time. And if you're waiting at the restaurant and their food's not ready, you're getting paid for all that time. So just be patient. Just slow down. Also, when you're getting red lights, I get really irritated with traffic situations and like waiting for slow people and waiting for red lights that have no purpose because they seem to all turn red when they see me coming. But just sit there and know I'm getting paid for this. I'm getting paid for this. It's okay. Also, this is the newest thing that I have just discovered is if you have a certain number of Nicholas, if you have a certain number of Nicholases, you're in trouble. You can have this one. But if you have a certain number of active hours per pay period, at the end of the quarter, you can get a healthcare stipend if you have health insurance through some other source. Like, I have my health insurance is through Blue Shield. So if I just prove to them that I have health insurance coverage, and I'm active enough hours. So I think the minimum is 15 hours. So if you're active between 15 and 25 hours with DoorDash, you get, I don't know if it's the same amount for everybody, but it's a good amount. It's like $700 or something. And then if you work over 25 active hours, which I don't think I've ever been that active before, but if you get over 25 active hours, you get over 1,000. It might be double. I'm not sure. It's a lot. And I'm not really expecting to get 25, so I haven't really looked into it. But that's my goal this time going forward is every time that I'm on an active job with DoorDash, I just take everything because in the end, all those minutes are going to add up and it's going to be worth it. Because anytime you're on the job, they have to pay you at least minimum wage plus 20%. So if you're active and the fare, and this doesn't include tips. So if you get an order and it's for $3 or something, so you probably didn't get a tip. So it takes you a half an hour to do it. So you're going to get paid a half hour's worth of minimum wage plus 20%. The difference between that and the $3. So whatever the difference is, they will pay you at the end of the pay period. It all adds up. So sometimes like I've gotten extra payments of like $150, $170 or something at the end of a pay period just because of all that makeup time to add up to minimum wage. So it adds up, and being patient pays off. And what were some other things I was going to talk about? I have had to acquire a lot more patience. Oh, my glasses are reflecting. I've had to acquire a lot more patience with this little bugger over here. And Gretel hasn't quite mastered it yet. But come here. Come make an appearance. This is Nicholas. Where's a little butt face? Hi, little butt face. He's purring. I love ya. Anyways, what else? There was more I was going to talk about. More on the job front. There hasn't been any really activity. I've been applying for jobs, but I'm much pickier now because I have this to fall back on. So I'm not as stressed out to find something. So, like for instance, there was a job posting for a legal file clerk in a law office in town. They wanted to pay like $16 an hour, which is not even what you get paid at McDonald's now. So I was like, no. Plus, that's not even worth my gas to drive there. It would be too much of a commute and not be worth the money. So since I'm doing DoorDash, it's really nice to have this because I can be choosier and I keep looking for the dream job, and is waiting for something that's preferably remote, work from home, and would let me travel, or at least wouldn't stop me from traveling. And doing DoorDash gives me the freedom to leave the country whenever I have to, which I have to. I met with a woman who works for the ASPCA, and her name was also Emily. And so I was talking to her about a job, and she's suggested I try getting a job with ASPCA, and I was like, that would be perfect, because like that would give me a job that actually has purpose and meaning, other than just making somebody else rich, which is usually what all of my jobs are about. So it was like, if I actually had a job that I cared about and that was doing something good, that would be pretty awesome. And I have a lot of experience with animals, obviously. And the only thing is that their office is like 90 miles from here or something. So, and I don't think they have any remote jobs. So that's probably out of the question, but still something to look into. Gretel's having surgery next month. She's got, oh, come here, baby girl. Come here, sweetie. Oh, it's okay. I know. It's Gretel. This is Gretel. I don't know that she's ever been on this before. Have you been? Hi. Oh. Anyway, she's got mouth problems, so she has to have dental surgery, which is another thing I'm saving up for with my door dashing money. So, good luck with that. She's doing a lot better, though. She got some steroids and some antibiotics, and she's able to eat. She's actually getting a little bit fat now. She's always been really, really skinny, but she's getting some meat on her. What else? Edit all this out. Still planning my trip to Paris again in Christmas. That's one of my things I'm saving up for, and as long as everything goes according to budget, I should be good for that. And I'm only going to spend about a week there this time, because I'll probably get really, really cold. But I'm hoping to do my Christmas shopping there. I'm going to go to the Christmas markets, and so I'm looking forward to that. It's like my little carrot that it didn't go in front of me whenever I'm doing DoorDash or anything. That kind of explained to my mom, because she's like not happy that I'm traveling instead of saving my money. My point of view is that these are the things I'm going to remember. This is what life is for. Life is for living, and I'm going to waste this money on something else anyway. Most people waste their money on stuff instead of saving it, like buying Starbucks or Jack in the Box or whatever, ordering DoorDash and having it brought to you. I mean, I don't spend money on stuff like that. So for me, I think going to Paris is a much better use of my money than all those little things people spend money on, or like subscription services that they don't use or that they forgot they have and they keep paying for because they don't remember that they have it. And I would rather have, plus it's like I should save this for my retirement fund. Like, who knows if I'm going to even live to retirement? Who knows if that'll even be possible? Or like I'm going to have like 1 month less rent when I'm 80 because I took a trip to Paris right now. Like, this trip to Paris is going to mean a whole lot more to me than 1 month's rent when I might not even be alive. So it's just priorities. And also, when you're starting to get old, you realize that things like traveling are harder to do the older you get. So I'm like, I gotta do this now, because it's only going to get harder. We're going to have less energy, less health, less mobility, lots of things. Like, I mean, if I waited till I retired to do these things, which might never ever come, and also I might be even poorer when I'm retired, and certainly not in the best of health, certainly not better than I am now. So I just live life while you're living it, and I'd rather have the memories of this than a bank account. Both would be better. Both would be nice, and then maybe winning the lottery too. But I don't play it, so it's hard to win.
Okay, I just had an incident or issue happen with DoorDash that I wanted to tack onto this. I was trying not to be too complainy about the issues with DoorDash and Uber Eats because there are a lot of things that are extremely frustrating when you're doing that. A lot of the directions are wrong. A lot of them tell you the address is on the left and it's on the right. I've had that like 3 times in the last week. I don't know what's going on with this DoorDash app, but right now I can't get on to work because it won't let me schedule. And every time I try to schedule, no matter what time I put in, it says there's an error. There's an error. So I deleted the app and reloaded it onto my phone, and it's still doing the same thing. So I don't know. They're having some issue and I can't work. So it really sucks because I depend on this. Another issue is that last week, or no, a couple days ago, I had a delivery to someplace out in Templeton that didn't have any cell reception. And so when I dropped it off, I wasn't able to mark it as delivered on the app. So I took a picture on my phone of where I dropped it off. And then when I got to a place that has cell phone service again, I marked it as delivered and said the reason I couldn't was because there was no cell service. So today I noticed that I got a contract violation because the delivery was too late. It was like 7 minutes late. So I disputed it and said the reason it was late, I only marked it late because there was no cell reception at the time. And I told them that when I marked it. And they rejected it, which it's like, what am I supposed to do in that situation? There's no cell service. I don't control the cell phone towers or whatever. I don't know how I'm supposed to use the app to mark it as delivered when I physically cannot use the app. And then after the fact, I say, I couldn't mark it as delivered because there was no cell reception. But here is a picture showing the time that it was delivered, that it was actually delivered on time. So despite that, they reject my contract violation dispute. I don't think anybody actually looks at them. I think computers do it or something, robots, AI, who knows. If you try to ask somebody like customer service to actually help you get in contact with somebody about the dispute, they say, there's a specialized team that deals with the disputes. So I'm like, okay, can I speak to somebody in that specialized team? No. You can only speak to an agent. An agent doesn't have any access to that information. So they've got you over a barrel because I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do in that instance. All I can do is if I think this is going to take me to someplace that doesn't have cell reception, I just don't take the job. But then my acceptance rating goes down, which hurts me in the long run. Or should I, once I get there and realize there's no cell reception, just bring the order back to the restaurant and say I couldn't deliver it because there's no cell reception? I guess that's what I'm going to try next time because this is ridiculous. There is absolutely nothing you can do to avoid that. And I'm being penalized for it when there's absolutely nothing I can do. It's very frustrating. So I just wanted to rant about that because that just recently happened and I just got off of a chat with a customer service person who supposedly is going to escalate my claim so that somebody real will actually look at it. We'll see. I doubt it. Grr. People, not robots.